Hello again everyone, and welcome back to Learn Linux TV. In this video, what we're going to do today is install Fedora Workstation 42. We're going to be making it the only operating system on the computer, so this is going to be a full install tutorial, and you're going to see the entire process every step of the way. And that's pretty good because Fedora 42 features a brand new installer, and you're going to see it in this video. So if you're ready to ditch Windows, then this is the video for you. But before we dive in though, I wanted to let you guys know about something that I created recently that's going to make your life as a sysadmin a lot easier. I've put together the Ultimate Linux Sysadmin Cheat Sheet. It's a downloadable PDF packed with the most essential Linux commands, terminal tricks, security hardening tips, and even some of my favorite bash aliases. For a small donation of just $3, you could grab a copy and keep it as your go-to reference, whether you're working on servers or just flexing your terminal skills. You'll find this PDF available at my shop. The URL is on the screen right now. And while you're there, be sure to check out some of the other items in the shop. There's some fun Linux-inspired t-shirts like the Mona Tuxa, which is what you get when you cross Mona Lisa with a Linux penguin, parody shirts like the Hash Bang Theory, and even an apt-install coffee shirt for those late-night sysadmin sessions. Every purchase helps support the channel and keeps me going, so thank you in advance for keeping the lights on, both literally and on the server rack. And thanks again for your support, everyone. I really appreciate it. Now it's time to check out the brand new Fedora 42 installer and get Fedora installed on our computer. So let's get started right now. First, let's talk about how we actually get started with this process. The first thing that I recommend you do is back up all of your files, as this process will wipe out anything and everything on your hard drive. I'll let you know once we hit the point of no return, but keep this in mind. Of course, this may go without saying, but it is really important. Learn Linux TV is not responsible if you make a mistake and delete your company's files or your Minecraft world. Just grab a backup drive and make sure that you have everything. Anyway, the process of installing a Linux distribution typically plays out in 3 phases. First, we'll prepare our installation media, then we'll test it out and make sure that everything works, and finally, we'll go through the installation process. When it comes to creating installation media, you'll need a flash drive. We'll be dedicating this flash drive to our project, so don't use a flash drive that has anything important on it. To actually perform the process of converting our flash drive into a glorified Fedora installer, the easiest way to do this is to use Fedora's Media Writer app. It's available for free. You can run it on Windows, Mac OS, as well as Linux. I'll display a URL on the screen right now that'll take you right to it. The Fedora Media Writer will download Fedora and then set up your flash drive. You can simply run this from whatever your current operating system is, and that should be all you need. Once created, all you have to do is access your computer's boot menu and select the flash drive to launch Fedora's installer. And once you do that, you should see a screen that looks similar to mine. And here at this welcome screen, what we could do is install Fedora right from here, but we're not going to do that just yet. Like I mentioned earlier, the installation process for setting up a Linux distribution happens in 3 phases. We already completed the first step by setting up the flash drive and booting from it to launch Fedora, which is what you see here. But what we need to do right now is test out this distribution and make sure that everything works. So what I'll do is click Not Now. And basically what we have here is a live desktop that's running off the flash drive. We haven't installed anything yet, but we are using Fedora already. In fact, we can go up here to the Activities Overview. We can launch applications. We can use this as we would use any other operating system because this is a full operating system running off the flash drive. Live mode is really convenient because you can not only use it to diagnose and troubleshoot hardware, more importantly for us, we can make sure that this distribution works on our computer before we install it. The first thing that I recommend that most of you do is connect to Wi-Fi. You want to make sure that Wi-Fi works if you do use Wi-Fi, so that way you don't end up in a situation where you install Fedora just to find out you have no internet access. So what we'll do is click the System Control menu right here. We have a selection for Wi-Fi. We'll click the right arrow, and that should display a list of networks that's close to you. And what you'll do is just simply click on your wireless network. Then we'll type in the password. Then I'll click Connect. And the Wi-Fi icon lit up, which seems to indicate that I am connected, but let's make sure of that. So what we'll do is just go up here to Activities Overview. We have an icon for Firefox right here in our panel, so we'll click on that. And what you'll do at this point is just start testing things out. One quick way to do that is to access a website just to confirm that internet is indeed working. And as you can see, it is in my case. Another thing that you might want to test out before you install Fedora, just make sure that your audio works. A quick way to do that is to click on any one of these videos, just see if you can hear it. If you can, then obviously your sound is working, so that takes care of that. Other things you might want to consider testing at this point is an external display or secondary display if you have one. So if you plan on connecting a secondary monitor, you may as well do that now and make sure that it works. In addition to that, if you have a printer or a scanner, you may as well connect those too. The idea here is to test out the distribution before you install it, which is pretty much the point of live mode. And once you're sure that everything is working fine, we could go ahead and proceed to install Fedora. We closed the installer earlier when we first started so we can access live mode, but we can get back to it by first clicking right here. And then we have the Fedora installer down here on the panel. So we'll click on that. And here we have the brand new Fedora installer. Here in Fedora Workstation 42, the installer has been completely redone. So if you've installed Fedora 41 or an earlier version, this is going to look very different for you. Now, one thing to keep in mind here is that if you're installing another version of Fedora or spin of Fedora, you might not see this new installer. At this point, the new installer is only in the Workstation edition, but what I'll do right now is take you through it. So the first thing we're going to do is choose our language. In my case, it defaulted to US English. That's totally fine. If a different language is your primary language, you can scroll through this list, find it, and select it. I'll leave mine as English United States. You can also search up here if you don't want to scroll through the entire list to find your language. We could also choose our system keyboard layout. It detected mine as a US keyboard. If you're using a different region keyboard, then go ahead and click right here to change the keyboard layout if you need to do that. Anyway, we'll click Next to continue along. Now at this point, it's asking me if I want to share this disk with another operating system. In a previous video I recorded, I had Ubuntu installed on this particular computer. But like I mentioned during the intro, what we're going to do is use the entire disk. Now this is going to erase your entire disk, so make sure that you took my warning seriously about backing up your computer before we continue, because we're going to be making Fedora the only operating system on this computer. So now that we have that selected, we'll click Next. Now optionally, you can encrypt your entire disk, and I recommend that most of you do this. And if you encrypt your system, what that basically means is if it ever gets stolen or anything like that, then without that encryption password, nobody can read your important files. And there's no perceivable difference in performance, so there's really no reason not to encrypt it. Basically what you do is you type a password right here. That's your encryption passphrase. You can't lose that, otherwise you'll never be able to access your computer if you do lose that. So you'll type in a password that you can remember, and then you'll confirm it in the second box. Now, I'm not going to do that because this is just a demo. It really doesn't matter. I'm going to be wiping this computer shortly after this and doing another tutorial for you guys, so there's really no point in me encrypting it. But it is something that I recommend that you do for security purposes. Anyway, I'll click Next. And here it's giving us basically an overview of what Fedora intends on doing with our disk. In short summary, it's just formatting our disk to install Fedora. However, it's given you a breakdown of the partition layout that it intends to use if you are curious about that kind of thing. Anyway, right here, we'll click I understand that all existing data will be erased. And earlier I mentioned that I would let you know when we reach the point of no return. Well, we've reached it. So if you're sure you want to continue, click Erase Data and Install right here. So click on that. And now Fedora is installing. It's literally that easy. All right, so at this point, Fedora is installed on our computer. So what we'll do right now is click Exit to Live Desktop. That's going to close the installer. Now we're still in live mode right now, so if you wanted to wrap up anything you might have had running in live mode, you could go ahead and do that right now. But you're not actually running Fedora from your computer's hard drive until you reboot. So what we'll do right now is take care of that. So we'll click right here, we'll restart, click restart again. And be sure you remove your flash drive at the very beginning of the boot process. We don't want to boot into the installer again. So I'll go ahead and remove mine right now. And if all goes well, we should boot into our new Fedora installation. And here we are. When you first start your computer after installing Fedora, you'll see a welcome screen just like this one. So I'm going to go through this. So at the first screen, we're selecting our language. And then you'll also have a chance to configure a keyboard as well. And you'll also see some privacy controls like you're seeing right here. I'll leave it up to you. Just keep in mind that location-based services are required if you're using a map application or something like that. I'll leave that up to you. We'll click Next. And then what we're going to do is configure our time zone and locale settings, basically. So what you want to do is go to the map and click on your area, as close as you can get it. It doesn't have to be exact, but this does configure your time zone. So that's going to be pretty important that you get it at least mostly right. If you're on the right time zone, you should be fine. So we'll click Next. When it comes to enabling third-party repositories, I do recommend that. So I'll click this button right here. And then I'll click Next. Next, what we're going to do is create a user for ourselves. So I'll just type in a username here. I'll click Next. Next, what we'll do is type in our super secret password. And again. Then we'll click Next. And by the way, I'm not worried about my password length or anything like that. I do recommend a secure password, but in this case, it's just a demo, so I'm not going to worry about it. I'll click Next. And that should be it. So I'll click this button right here to start using Fedora. And here we have our fully installed Fedora Workstation ready to go. At this point, you can simply begin using your computer. Something that you might want to check out first and foremost is GNOME software. That's going to be how you install software in Fedora. You could think of it like an app store, essentially. You'll have some applications shown here at the very beginning. It might take some time for all of these icons to propagate the very first time it's indexing the software store. You can see some of the icons are already starting to appear. It only takes a few minutes, but basically what you could do is either click on one of the categories to narrow the applications that are available down to that category. So for example, if you wanted to install games, you could click on the games category. See, there's all kinds of different things here. What I'm going to do, just as a demo, is search for Steam. That's going to be a very popular application that a lot of people will want to install. So you can simply search for it, click on it, and then you could click Install right here to install Steam on your computer. It's literally that easy. Steam is done installing, so we could click Open right here, or you can access your installed applications by clicking up here to the Activities Overview. Then you'll see all the applications that are installed on your computer. And right here, we have an icon for Steam. So just like any other application, I could click on that. In the case of Steam, it's going to have to update before it actually launches. So we'll let that run in the background. Now, one more thing I want to show you, though, before we move off of GNOME software, is we'll have an Updates tab right here. I highly recommend that you install all available security updates. As you can see, I have quite a few. Since I'm going to be wiping this computer to record my next video anyway, I'm not going to worry about updating it, but I do recommend that you update yours. Anyway, Steam is still installing and updating in the background, so we'll give it a minute to finish. And as you can see, we have Steam installed. So if you wanted to know how to install Steam, it's pretty easy to do, as you just saw me do. Anyway, Fedora is all set and ready to go. I hope you enjoy your brand new Fedora Workstation installation. It's a very fun distro, one of my favorites actually. You're going to love it. And there's our video. In this video, we installed Fedora 42. We saw the brand new installer. It was a lot of fun, and now you have your very own Fedora Workstation installation, and I hope you enjoy it. If you like this video, definitely click the like button to let YouTube know. That really helps me out. And thank you again for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.